Okay, so welcome everyone. Again, thank you so much for showing up for yourself this evening and to this class. So we're just going to arrive onto our mats. Find yourself in a nice, comfortable position. Allow your sit bones to soften down. And we're going to take our palms face down onto our knees. Just begin to lengthen through your spine. Relax your chin towards your chest, closing down the eyes. And we're going to begin by taking 3 lion's breaths. So inhaling in through the nose, exhaling sharply from the mouth. So all together, let's begin. Inhale as fully as you can. Open your mouth, release the jaw, exhale. Just letting your day go. Once again, inhale fully. Open the mouth, release the jaw, exhale, let it all out. Allow those shoulders to relax. Last one here, inhale. See if you can go a little deeper into the lower region of the lungs. Exhale, release. And just relaxing down the breath now. Even closing down the mouth, just allow your breath to center, to balance. Inhale and exhale, equalizing. And begin to deepen your inhalation. So we're going to bring a count. So we're going to inhale for 4, exhaling for 5, lengthening our exhalation to really calm our whole parasympathetic nervous system. So inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just continue on your own count. So really expanding the lungs, opening like a big balloon, stretching the diaphragm muscle. And as you exhale, releasing, letting go of everything, allowing the navel to move softly towards the spine. So just really arrive into your environment, let go of any distractions, noticing any noises or sounds, but releasing the attention and letting go of them, bringing your focus to your breath. And as you continue to breathe here, begin to notice how you've showed up today, how you've landed onto your mat this evening. Mentally, emotionally. And just allow whatever is going on for you today. On a physical note, begin to scan from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes. And just notice how your physical body is. Any tingling sensations, any tightness. And we're just going to take one hand to the heart and one hand to your lower belly and just feel your breath moving through your body. Feel the rise and fall of your belly. And see if you can begin to deepen your lung capacity. Breathing a little deeper down to the lower belly. Activating that Ujjayi breath now. So closing down the mouth. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose only, just for the rest of the class, if you can. Lovely. So just trusting in the sound of my voice, keep your eyes closed and begin to relax your hands down onto the ground now. And we're going to drop our right ear towards our right shoulder. Begin to gently walk your left fingertips away as far as you can and allow that left hand or left arm to just float up. Begin to flex your left palm and begin to rotate that left wrist, making big circles with your wrist here. Rotate, go the opposite direction. Continue to feel that stretch in the side of the neck. Exhale, release, dropping that left hand now. And we're going to reach our right hand, our right arm up and over, folding into the left elbow. Just drop the head here and take a deep inhalation into the right side body. Exhale, come back to center. Opposite side, dropping your left ear towards the left shoulder. Begin to walk the right fingertips as far away as you can, and then float that right hand up and begin to make circles with that right wrist. Big circles. Continue to keep that left ear moving towards the left shoulder. Rotate, go the opposite direction, really lengthening into the arm here as fully as you can. Relaxing that right hand down now. Take the left arm up and over, folding into the right elbow. Drop the head. Breathing into that left lung as fully as you can. And exhale, release, coming back to center. We'll take our hands to the knees, elbows out, and just begin to rotate from the waist, from your hips. So just bringing a little softness into the spine. Rotate, go the opposite direction. Notice if you stop breathing, notice where your breath is. Continue to keep it nice and balanced and equalized. Lovely. Coming back to center, relaxing the hands down now. Once again, bring the chin in towards the chest, and we'll just take a few head rolls. So go nice and slow. I invite you to go slower than you want to go, really checking in with the back of the neck, the shoulders. Just knowing the head is the heaviest part of the body as you rotate here. Think of all those little muscles in the back of the neck. Rotate, go the opposite direction. Keeping it nice and soft. Continuing to find that oceanic sound in your breath. Make sure you can hear your breath as you breathe in and out through the nose. We'll take our hands to the shoulders now. Bring your elbows to touch. Inhale, lifting the elbows as high as you can and make big circles here, opening out the shoulders. So drawing the shoulder blades towards each other, down the back. Lovely. And rotate, go the opposite direction. Notice how it feels in that upper spine. We'll take the arms out nice and long and just bending the right elbow. So making a little Egyptian sign here, in the left elbow. Take the right hand behind. And see if you can touch, bring your fingertips to touch or interlace your fingers behind you. If this is too much, just taking the left hand and bring your right elbow back. That might be enough today. See if you can maybe get the right elbow up and then take the left fingertips up. Take a deep breath here. Open up that right shoulder. Lovely. Exhale, release. Taking the arms nice and wide again. Opposite side. So bending that right elbow down, left hand up. Take that left hand behind you. Bring the left fingertips down the back as fully as you can. And then option to take the right hand to the left elbow, just drawing that left elbow back. Really opening up the left shoulder. You're trying to relax the shoulders. Excellent. And release. We'll just take the arms out nice and wide. And we're going to take our hands behind us. Interlace your fingers and just begin to stretch the arms out. Draw your shoulder blades down, opening the chest, opening across the collarbone. See if you can take your hands a little bit higher. Deep breaths here. Open up the rib cage, the lungs. And maybe bending the elbows, taking the hands to one side. That's available for you today. Lovely. Inhale, lengthening into the arms again, bending the elbows, maybe taking them to the opposite side. And of course, if that's too much, just taking the hands behind, taking hold of opposite elbows. The most important thing here is your breath. So ensuring that you're breathing deeply. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to come back to our mats now. We're going to just come straight into a big child's pose. So bring your knees as wide as the mat. Bring your big toes to touch. And we're going to take a lovely big grounding child's pose. Walk those fingertips forward, but don't stretch your arms too much here. Bending the elbows, drop your forehead down. Grounding the hips. Allow your hips to sink towards the earth. And just imagine your whole body is a seed melting down into the soil. Take a couple of really deep grounding breaths here. Full lung capacity. And really go within. Just really going within. Begin to listen to your inner voice. Letting go of the chatter, the monkey mind. Going to the true self. If there are thoughts rolling around your head still, just try to witness your thoughts and let them go. Beginning to walk the fingertips forward now, so bringing a little stretch into the arms, walking the fingertips as far forward as you can. And then option to come high up onto the fingertips. So taking the palms off the ground, coming right up onto the fingertips, stretching out the shoulders, melting your armpits down. And slowly just begin to sway or rock from side to side, just feeling that compression in the hips here. Lovely. Exhale, release. We're going to walk the hands back and come right up onto your knees. We're going to come into our tabletop position and begin our cat-cow. So hands below the shoulders, knees below the hips. Inhale, dropping the belly, traction the chest forward, gaze draws up. Exhale, fully bring the chin in towards the chest, doming into the spine like a scared cat. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale, continue on your own breath, warming up your spine. Continue that breath, going as deeply into the lungs as you can here. Lower region is getting fully cleared out of any stagnant air. And when you're ready, begin to bring some more movement into the hips, maybe taking your hips from side to side. Look over your left shoulder towards the left foot, and then over your right shoulder towards your right foot. And then you might bring some movement into the belly, rotating the belly, making circles here, a rolling motion. And then sinking the hips back onto the heels. Inhale as you come forward, exhale as you round those hips back down onto the heels. Making big circles here now. So there's no right or wrong here. Move as though nobody, dance as though no one is watching, as they say. So really going within your body. Any cracking in the hips or the knee joints, perfectly normal. Just notice, observe the body, getting to know your body better and better all the time. This changing body, never the same. Taking the hands for a little walk on your mat now, maybe walking them towards you, walking them the opposite direction, rotating from the shoulders down into the wrists, and going the opposite direction. So sinking the hips back, we're going to come up onto our knees and tuck your toes in. So for some people, this will be really easy. For some people, this will be more difficult. You can leave your socks on if you have them on still. Tuck your toes in, coming right up onto the knees. And we're just going to hold here for a couple of deep breaths. Just really stretching into the toes, stretching into the feet here. So option to take the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, and just open up those shoulders, again, lengthening the arms. See if you can hold it a little longer. If it's too much, of course, come out at any point. Always listen to your body. No one knows it like you do. Lovely. Okay, and that's enough for me. If you can hold it a little longer, great. Okay, and we're going to come back into our tabletop position. We're going to tuck our toes in and slowly lift our hips up into our downward facing dog. So keep the knees deeply bent. It's not going to look like a downward dog to begin. Keep the knees as close to the chest as you can. Lift the hips as high as you can. Stay on your tippy toes. Breathing deeply here, just getting used to that upside down feeling. And then when you're ready, gently begin to pedal out your feet one at a time, drawing the heels towards the ground. So feeling that deep hamstring stretch. So just hanging out upside down in your little inversion. Pedaling out those feet. Drawing both heels towards the ground. And just holding here, take a couple of deep breaths, just conserving the energy. We're going to look between our hands. And we're going to step our right foot to the top of the mat. Drop your left knee, release your left toes, and come straight into a low lunge. So inhale, sweeping the arms up. So bringing both hips forward, stretching into this left quad. We'll take the hands to prayer in the center of the chest. Take the left elbow to the right knee and just come into a little twist here. Bringing your prayer hands to the center of the chest. So option to tuck the left toes in, take the left knee off the mat. Find your balance and come up a little higher. Extra challenge, that's available. Exhale, release. Slowly bringing the fingertips back to the mat. So keep pressing the hips forward, you're melting your hips forward. Taking a deep exhalation. And as you exhale, begin to straighten out that left leg coming onto the left heel. So option to drop the chin in towards the chest and breathe here for a few deep breaths, or keep the flow moving. Inhale, coming forward, once again to a flat back. And then exhaling, straightening out that right leg. Listen to your body, listen to if the movement is going to work best for you today, or if you want to find stillness and breathe into that hamstring. Imagine with each breath that you're lengthening that hamstring. I always think of my hamstrings as big elastic bands that need to be stretched every day. And particularly in the winter when it's getting cold, you get a little stiffer, tighter in the body. Lovely. So leaning back at the top of the mat, we're going to take our left hand in line with your right foot and begin to tuck your right toes in now. You are going to draw the right heel down and take the right knee off the mat and reach your right fingertips up towards the sky. So coming into our easy twist. Taking a breath here, and we'll take 3 rotations of that right shoulder. So inhale, imagine you're drawing a big circle with your right hand or painting a big balloon with that right hand. Really opening up that right shoulder. Lovely. And release, dropping that right hand back onto the mat. And you can drop your left knee back, release your left toes, and step that right foot back into tabletop. And we'll do the opposite side. So just stepping that left foot forward between the hands. Find your low lunge on this opposite side. Reaching the arms up, melting the hips forward. Just checking your alignment, make sure your knee is in line with that left ankle. Feeling the stretch in that right quad and that compression in the left hip. Exhale, bringing the hands down the center of the chest and begin to take the right elbow to the left knee this time. Coming into your twist here, bring your hands to the center of the chest. This might be enough, stay here if it is. Option to tuck the right toes in and maybe take the right knee off the mat, drawing that right heel down. Find your balance. Listen to your body. Exhale, release, coming back to center. We're going to bring our fingertips down onto the ground. Again, melt the hips forward. Take a breath here, nice straight spine. And when you're ready, exhaling, begin to straighten out that left leg coming onto the heel of the left foot. So again, you might stay here, drop the chin towards the chest, hold, maybe sink the hips back fully, come down a little lower. This might be where you're at today, or inhale. You might like the movement. The movement might suit you better today. So again, every day will be different. Each hip will be different. So listen to what you need. Get what you need from your practice. And once again, check your breath, ensuring that you haven't stopped breathing, or maybe you're breathing a little heavier now, or notice how your breath has changed or altered. Leaning back at the top of the mat, we're going to take the right hand in line with the left foot. Begin to tuck the right toes in and straighten the right leg, taking the right knee off the mat. Find your balance. Reach your left fingertips up towards the sky, look up towards that left hand. And once again, you're going to paint that big circle now on the left side. So making a big circle with that left arm. Open the left shoulder as fully as you can here. Don't worry about how it looks. Just focus on how it feels in your body and your variation. Lovely. Exhale, release, dropping that right knee, taking the left hand back to the mat, and gently draw your left knee back. We're going to come back into our tabletop position. So make sure your knees are in line with your hips, and we're going to find our puppy pose, Anahatanasana. So walking the hands as wide as the mat, begin to melt your heart, to melt your chest. Keep those hips over the knees. Softening here, release your heart towards the earth. And exhale, slowly walking those hands back to tabletop. We're going to inhale our right fingertips up towards the sky, look towards your right hand. Exhale, threading the needle, right arm underneath left, right shoulder, cheek, temple to the mat, softening here. So you're in a twist now, option to stay here or walk your left hand forward, coming onto the left fingertips, or option to take that left arm up towards the sky and drop it behind you to the crease of your right thigh, or just let it fall down behind. Breathing here deeply into your twist. Take an exhalation from the mouth. And release, coming back. Take that left palm back to the mat and come back into your tabletop position, nice and slowly with control. Inhale, this time reaching your left fingertips up towards the sky, look towards the left hand. Inhale fully, exhale, threading the needle, right, left arm underneath right, left shoulder, cheek, temple to the mat. So softening your option to walk the right fingertips forward, coming high on the right fingertips here, or taking that right hand up towards the sky and allowing that right hand to fall back towards the crease of the left thigh. Exhale fully. Give your hips a slight little wiggle and release, coming back into your tabletop position, nice and slowly with control. Notice how your spine feels. Walking the hands forward here once again. And we're going to lower down onto our belly. So just bending the elbows, just slowly coming down onto the belly. Take the arms, the hands together in front, and just drop your head onto your hands. We're going to, so hopefully you guys have space, we're going to extend our left leg, pointing your left toes, and your right arm. So reach both hands out in front of you and begin to inhale. Lift your left leg and your right hand off the mat as high as you can. Exhale, release, opposite side. So inhale, lift your left arm and your right leg up as high as you can. Exhale, release, opposite side. Inhale, left leg, right arm. Exhale, release. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Exhale, release. And just taking the hands back now, behind you. We're going to interlace the fingers once again. And just looking down at your mat, slowly begin to roll the shoulders off the mat, lifting the shoulders up, pressing the feet down, just stretching out the back here, scrunching up. Exhale, release, dropping the head once again. So option to take your bow pose, bending both knees, take hold of the outside of your feet. Just breathing here, get nice and strong, draw those shoulders back, inhale, pointing your toes up towards the sky, see if you can lift your legs as high as you can here. Exhale, release. So maybe this time going a little deeper, taking the hands to the inside of the feet. Inhale, lift. Point those toes, lift as high as you can. Gorgeous. That's it. Emily looks great. Good job, Emer. Exhale, release. Dropping the legs down now. Taking the hands below the shoulders. And we're going to take a baby cobra. Bring the elbows nice and tight towards your body. Inhale, slowly peeling the chest off the mat. Exhale, release, dropping the head. 2 more here. So keep the elbows nice and tucked, spread the fingers nice and wide. Inhale, peel your chest off the mat. And it doesn't matter how far you come or how high you come here. It's what you just feeling it in your body, feeling the stretch in the spine. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Begin to walk the hands back to the side of the rib cage, pressing back into your child's pose once again. So it doesn't have to be a wide child's pose this time, just bring the hips back Dropping the head, relax the arms down. Just grounding and breathing into the lower back. So imagine the lungs in your lower back, and perhaps even taking your hands behind and feeling the lungs in your back, the back ribs. Feel the breath going in and out here. Exhale. Release. We're going to walk the hands forward. Everyone okay? Taking another breath maybe here. And we're going to tuck the toes, sink the hips. Lifting the hips up towards the sky, coming into your downward dog once again. So pedaling out the feet as much as you need to. And bending the knees deeply, you're going to slowly step towards the back of the wrists. So walking up towards the back of your hands to the top of your mat. And make sure your feet are a nice wide hip distance apart. And we're just going to take hold of opposite elbows here. Drop the head and gently sway from side to side. So we're going to make some noise. Make a big ah sound. Ah. I want to hear you guys. Ah, big ah sound from the mouth. Exhaling as fully as you can. Relax the hands down onto the ground now. Inhale. Take the hands to the shins or the knees and come to a flat back. Draw the shoulders back. Exhale, navel to spine. Release, let go, surrender. Inhale, flat back. Lovely. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Bring the chin in towards the chest and slowly begin to roll up through the spine. Stacking vertebrae upon vertebrae. Take your time. No rush. Check your breath. Gently come up to standing. Lovely. Oh, we're going to take the arms out nice and wide. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Yes, love a bit of cracking. And just shake out the arms, shake out the legs. And begin to shake your body like jelly, wobble like jelly. Roll the lips. Make a rolly sound with your mouth. As much noise as you can wherever you are. Any tension or tightness that you might be carrying, any emotional stress in the body. Yes, love it. Okay, we're just coming back to the top of the mat, and we're going to keep the feet nice and wide. Take all 10 toes off the mat, and one at a time, press your toes down. Tuck your tailbone under, palms face forward, relax the shoulders, stretching across the collarbone, open the chest, and just find a lovely balanced breath here, a lovely equalized inhalation and exhalation. If you need to take a yawn, please do. Lovely. We're just going to take one lovely slow sun salutation. So hands to prayer in the center of the chest. Inhale, reach your fingertips up as high as you can. Get as long as physically possible. Look towards your thumbs. Reach those fingertips a little bit higher. And as you exhale, begin to hinge from the hips. Swan dive forward, drop the head. Inhale, coming to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Take the hands to the outside of the feet and gently step back into your high plank position. So holding high plank for a moment, come down into the shoulders, breathing here. So really engage your core and breathe. See if you can draw your heels down a little lower. Squeeze into the glutes. Engage the core, get tight around that core area. Full lung breath though. One last inhalation. And beginning to drop, bend the knees, bend the elbows, chest and chin towards the mat. Release the toes, scoot the chest forward and come into your baby cobra once again. Or maybe upward dog, coming a little higher this time. Lovely, exhale, release, pressing into the hands, and we're gonna come back into our child's pose. Sink the hips. So again, breathing into that lower back area, relax the arms. And this time, taking the hands to prayer, bring your prayer hands to the back of your neck. Walk your elbows forward as far as you can and continue to melt the armpits, melt down. Find that Ujjayi breath. So you're really working your lungs. You're exercising the inside, the capacity of your lungs. The muscles in your lungs are being worked. Reaching the fingertips forward and slowly come back to our tabletop position. Again, tucking the toes in. Begin to lift the hips up towards the sky and coming into your downward facing dog. And begin to walk your hands slowly towards your feet. Walk those fingertips towards the feet. And from here, we're going to take our right hand and place it on your left foot. Bend your right knee as deeply as you can, so really straighten into that left leg and reach the left fingertips up towards the sky, look towards your left hand. Exhale, release. Left hand onto your right foot, bend your left knee as deeply as you can and reach your right fingertips up towards the sky. Breathe. Exhale, release. Dropping the hands, begin to heel toe the feet out to the edge of your mat, and you're going to sink your hips and come down into your Malasana squatting pose. Take the hands to prayer, use your elbows to bring your knees out. Lovely. And just gently rock from side to side here, coming up onto the tippy toes, bringing some movement into the hips. Into a nice straight spine. Lovely. One last deep breath here. And as you exhale, pressing into both feet, come up to standing once again. Heel toe the feet back. And we're going to step our left foot forward, stay on the ball of the right foot and find your warrior one. Reach the arms up towards the sky, dropping that left heel down now. Keeping both hips squared forward. And as you exhale, we'll take the arms out nice and wide, bringing that left foot to a 90-degree angle. You might maneuver that right foot just to be under the right knee, roll the shoulders back and down, finding your warrior two. So just checking your alignment here, roll out the right thigh, right palm flips to face towards the sky and draw that right hand up and over, left hand down the left leg, drop the head, breathe. Exhale, release, right elbow to right knee. Reach your left arm up and over. So you might stay here, this might be enough. If you want to go a little deeper, taking the right hand to the inside of that right foot. Side angle pose. Strong legs, keep your legs strong where they are and come back into warrior two. Lovely, begin to straighten out that front knee now. Inhale, reaching the right fingertips forward. Exhale, right hand to the inside of that right ankle. Reach your left hand up towards the sky. Look towards your left hand. Breathe, lovely. Exhale, release, coming back to center. We're gonna heel toe the feet back to keep your feet wide still. Just heel toe them into a squared, so they're parallel to each other. Draw the toes in, heels out, hands behind, interlace the fingers. Inhale, look towards the sky. And as you exhale, you're gonna hinge from the hips. Draw the hands up over the head, dropping the head here and just gently swaying from side to side. Again, just really releasing here. Keep taking those arms over the head. Letting it all go. That looks great. Everyone keep breathing. Feel that lovely inner thigh stretch. Bending the elbows now, take the hands to the hips and then down onto the mat. And we're going to take our right hand to the center of the mat. Reach your left fingertips up towards the sky. Look towards your left hand. Breathe. Into your twist. Exhale, release. Left hand replaces right hand. Reach your right fingertips up towards the sky. Inhale fully. Exhale, release. Walking the hands under yourself, under your mat. And we're going to draw the heels in, toes out now. Bend the knees. And we'll take our hands to our knees. Inhale, draw your right shoulder to center. Exhale, release, shoulders over hips. Inhale, left shoulder to center. Exhale, shoulders over hips. Once again, inhale, right shoulder to center. Exhale, shoulders over the hips. Inhale, left shoulder to center. Exhale, shoulders over hips. Sink your hips a little more, maybe having a little bounce here. Option to come into your full goddess pose. Inhale, taking the right heel off the mat. Exhale, release. Inhale, maybe left heel off the mat. You can do one at a time. And then when you're ready, maybe taking both heels off the mat, coming right up onto the tippy toes, roll out those thighs, shoulders over the hips. If it's available for you today, listen to your body. Enjoy the bounce maybe. Keep tucking that pelvis under, shoulders over the hips. Great. Lovely. Okay, we're going to come down onto the mat again. Bring your hands down onto the mat. And we're going to walk our hands over towards our right foot. Begin to straighten out that left leg now. Come into your side ninja. Taking the right hand onto the mat, reach your left hand up towards the sky. Exhale, release, walking the hands back to center and then over towards the left foot. Straightening out that right leg now. Yeah, and do it as lovely, Ema, that looks great. Reach the right hand up towards the sky. So you're really feeling the inner thigh stretch here and feeling that compression in the left hip. Again, it doesn't matter how it looks, it's how it feels in your body and how it looks to you. Just worry about your own. Lovely. Walking the hands back to center. And we're going to take our hands to our hips. Inhale, look forward, coming to a flat back, pressing into both feet and come back to standing. So we're going to take our warrior one firstly on the left side. So our warrior one, we're going to come onto the ball of the right foot first of all. So it's a high lunge to begin. Find the balance in your high lunge, bending that left knee, reach the hands up towards the sky. And then you're dropping your right heel down. So your right foot is at a 45-degree angle here, and you're keeping both hips squared towards the front of your mat. So really we're drawing that right hip forward. Our right hip's going to be coming back like this. And the aim is to get that right hip forward as far as we can. Left knee in line with the left foot. Reach the arms up. Take a breath, warrior one. And exhale, release, dropping the arms out wide now. Release that right foot to that 90-degree angle and find warrior two. So again, rolling out the thighs, take the arms nice and long. Roll the shoulders back and down. Inhale, left palm faces towards the sky. Draw the left hand up and over. Right hand down the back of the right leg. Drop the head. Breathe. Lovely. And exhale, release. Left elbow to left knee, right hand up and over. Side angle. This might be enough. If you want to go deeper, left hand to the inside of the left foot. Breathe. Strong legs, exhale, release, coming back to warrior two. Straightening out that left leg now. Inhale, left fingertips forward. Exhale, left hand to the inside of that left foot. Look towards your right hand, find your Trikonasana. Exhale, release, coming back to standing. Beautiful, bring your hips, heel toe your feet back to hip distance apart. And we're going to take some hula hoops. Bringing some softness into the hips. So again, on these cold days, you can notice some extra tightness in those hips, those hip joints. Bend your knees as much as you need to, make the shape of 8 over the feet. Okay, so coming to the center of the mat, feet as wide as mat, and we'll come down in our Malasana once again. Hands to prayer. And slowly try to keep the spine straight, pelvis tucked, so not arching in the back like me here. We want to retuck that pelvis as we come down. You might need to maneuver the feet a little bit. And then keeping the spine nice and straight, using the elbows to take the knees out gently. Rocking from side to side and breathe. Exhale, release, taking the hands to the mat, and you're going to drop your tailbone down, extend the legs out nice and long in front of you, removing any flesh from underneath the sit bones. Inhale, reaching the arms up towards the sky, and as you exhale, come really slowly, begin to hinge from the hips. Keep reaching forward as fully as you can. Don't worry about how bent your knees are, and bend your knees if you need to here as much as you need to. Drop the head. Try to make contact with your torso. So if you need to really bend your knees, please do. Make that contact. Bring the chin in towards the chest. Drop your head. One last deep breath here, so you can go a little deeper. And as you exhale, gently begin to come out. We're going to come down now. So if you want to just do a little bit of core, activating your core, press your feet into the mat, take the arms out nice and long, and come as slowly as you can. So really engaging that lower abdomen area, keep pressing into the feet. Keep breathing. And then releasing whenever you need to. Let go, surrender. Begin to windshield wiper out the knees. Just taking the knees gently from side to side. Walking the feet in towards you, we'll take a bridge pose, placing the palms face down on the mat. So begin to tuck your tailbone under, so really tucking that pelvis. Press the lower back into the spine, into your mat, into the ground, and begin to press into the feet to lift the hips as high as you can here. Keep drawing the knees towards each other. See if you can lift your hips a little higher, squeeze into the glutes, right up onto the shoulders. Option to take the hands together, interlace the fingers, and come a little higher up onto those shoulders, that shoulder area. Exhale, release, slowly begin to wind down the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae, pressing down into the ground. Feeling each little vertebrae land, and then bring your knees in towards the chest and begin to make big circles with your knees here. Massaging out that whole lower back area. Rotate, go the opposite direction. Option to rotate the knees in opposite directions. And we're going to drop our feet back onto the mat. We're going to take our right ankle and place it on your left knee and just open up that right hip. Inhale, drawing that left foot off the mat. So interlace your fingers behind the left thigh, or option to take the hands up and over to the left shin. You want to go a little deeper here. Really working into that hip, that glute in the right side. Breathe. See if you can go a little deeper. And just accepting anything that's coming up for you today. Here, this big emotional release. Exhale, release. Switching legs, so taking the left foot to the right knee, open up that left knee. Inhale, draw the right foot off the mat. Interlace the fingers behind the right thigh, or option to take the hands up and over to the right shin. Let's go a little deeper. Relax the shoulders. Taking a little smile to relax all your facial muscles, soften the jaw. One last breath. And exhale, release. Taking both knees in towards you. Take hold of the feet here and come into your baby pose. Taking hold of the big toes and take a split, taking your legs as wide as you can. Stretching out the legs. Bending the knees, draw the knees towards the armpits, take hold of the feet once again. And finally, we'll just take a twist before we get to really unwind. So option to cross the right leg over the left, take the arms out wide, relax the shoulders, and allow your knees to come to the left side, look towards your right hand. Keep melting that right shoulder down as it pops up. 3 deep breaths here. Exhale, release. Engaging those obliques, draw the knees in towards the center, in towards the chest again. Uncross the legs, cross them the opposite direction. Bringing the knees to the right side. Look towards your left hand, keep softening that left shoulder. Don't worry if the knees are sticking up or the shoulders are sticking up. Just find whatever works for you to get the best twist for your body. Breathe. Exhale. Release, coming back to center. We'll bring the feet to touch, allow the knees to fall out to the side. Supta Baddha Konasana. Take the arms as wide as you can, palms face up towards the sky. Relax the knees. Just butterfly out your knees for a moment. And when you're ready, extending the legs nice and long. Allow your feet to fall out to the sides. Feet as wide as the mat. Gently begin to sway your head from side to side. Allow the head to get really heavy. And begin to soften the scalp. Soften your head. Allow the head to melt. Heaviest part. Begin to relax the brow. Allow the eyes to fall back into their sockets. Soften the temples, the cheeks. unlock your jaw. Relax the back of the neck, down into the shoulders, softening to the elbows, back of the wrists, hands, and to each fingertip. Relax the upper back to your lumbar spine. Soften your chest across the collarbone. See if you can hear your heart beat in your body. Relax your belly, let it go. Soften your hips, your pelvis, your glutes. And relax all the muscles down through your legs, all the way down to the tips of your toes. Inhaling ease and calmness throughout the body. And exhaling, releasing anything that does not need to be there. Whatever the present moment contains, accept it as if you had chosen it. Continue to bring the focus to your breath and allow this tool to bring a peace throughout the body. If the mind is wandering, see the thoughts and let them go. Continue to go deeper with each breath, finding a deeper state of relaxation. Just be here in the present moment, this only moment we'll ever have. Continue to stay with yourself. And once again, begin to deepen your breath. Gently wriggling your fingers, wriggling your toes. And ever so slowly, begin to roll over to one side and just curl up like a little baby for a moment. Honor your inner child. And just begin to send yourself a lot of love and compassion for showing up for yourself today. Using your outer hand, gently bring yourself to a seated position. And we'll just close our class with a very gentle Om. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me this evening. I hope you all enjoy that and you get a nice rest, get a good night's sleep, and keep nice and warm on these cold days. Lots of love.